junior lightweight. Gatti, the 22-year older, he's 5'8", 129.5. Salazar, 28 years of age at 5'7.5", 130, each with that 67-inch reach. So that is a look at the tail of the tape. This is a USBA title fight. And
he has mostly first-round knockouts because he starts fast. His weaknesses, trying to live up to the reputation. He rushes to impress. He fights like he's in a big hurry. Sure, he gets a lot of KOs, but nobody knows about his stamina. A question Richard Salazar hopes to answer tonight. His strength, pressing opponent with an aggressive style, is hustle. He has above-average punching power when he fires in combinations. As weaknesses, a slow starter like him could be in danger against a fast Gatti. He's quite deliberate, lacking in hand speed. He must pick it up tonight.
From the legendary Blue Horizon Auditorium here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Pelt Boxing Promotion and Budweiser, the king of beers, presents USA Network's main event. It's the USBA Junior Lightweight Championship and is approved by the Pennsylvania State Athletic Commission. The Honorable Howard E. McCall, Chairman. Greg Serb, Executive Director. Our judges, George Hill, Adelaide Triplett, and Myra Grant. In the ring at this time, the man in charge of the scheduled USBA 12-round junior lightweight bout, referee Frank Cappuccino. And now, my good friends, introducing the principals. First, in the red corner, wearing the black trunks with the white and purple trim. He weighed in at an even 130 pounds. He has 13 wins, 5 losses, 2 draws, with 7 knockouts. From Corpus Christi, Texas, ladies and gentlemen, here is the challenger, the Golden Southpaw, Richard Salazar. And his opponent in the blue corner, wearing the white trunks with the blue trim. He weighed in at 129.5 pounds. He has 17 wins, only 1 loss, with 15 knockouts. He is currently ranked number 7 by the IBF. From Jersey City, New Jersey, ladies and gentlemen, here is the USBA Junior Lightweight Champion, Arturo "Thunder" Gatti.
Good evening, gentlemen. You were both given your instructions. Both of you touch gloves.
Arturo Gatti went into the championship fight in June unranked. He was the underdog against the 25-2 Pete Talaferro, who was ranked 11th in the world. Talaferro saying, "I'm too fast. I punch too hard for Gatti. It's 2 different class fighters." Well, meanwhile, Gatti now steps in the ring as the USBA junior lightweight champion, and he is the number 7th ranked junior lightweight in the world, according to the IBF. And it took 1 round to change all of that. Vaulting into the rankings, Gatti is also ranked number 12 by the WBC. Salazar wants to get through. This is the crucial first round. Gatti, 17-1, 15 knockouts, 11 in the first round. The other 4 have come in the third. Toughest fight for Richard Salazar was against world-ranked Helio Tour. That's the only fight he has been stopped in the third round. And here is Gatti closing in, and moving back is Salazar. Can't get caught up against the rope. Salazar said against Tour he had the power at a high skill level. He had seen power and skills but never combined before. And you may see that again here tonight.
Yeah, said the best fighter that I've faced. He said he dictated throughout with the great hand speed.
Arturo Gatti, his nickname is Thunder. His brother, junior middleweight contender Joe Gatti, known as Lightning. And you could see the thunder in the punches of Gatti here in the first round. Very calm, very patient, trying to come off the ring against Salazar and just chop him down.
Trying to put it in there early. You start off with these fights, and you have a first round knockout spring going, you want to keep it alive, you start out real hot like Arturo Gatti is doing here.
I believe Salazar is freezing here in this first round.
It's something you cannot do early.
No jab. Said he wanted to use that jab.
And something, too, he is a southpaw. He fights from a left-handed stance. The southpaw fighters are susceptible to a straight right hand like Gatti has, and also the left hook. Those are two of Gatti's best punches. He favors the left hook. That is a punch that goes behind the left-handed fighters. Good combination from Salazar. Salazar better wake up.
Well, he's finally opening up here, but it's inside the final minute of the first round. From the boxing hotbed, Corpus Christi, Texas. Frankie and Harold Warren, Jesse Benavides from there, Lucas Suarez, Roberto Elizondo, and Salazar says he's been inspired by all the fine fighters coming out of that area. Inside 20 seconds, so Salazar looking now to survive at least the first round and go from there, one step at a time for Salazar as he takes a big shot in the closing 10 seconds. And we will pause now for this word from your local cable system.
The most important weapon in boxing is the jab. Here's good displays of some effective jabbing from Arturo Gatti, but look who is in the right-handed position. That is not his natural position for boxing. Salazar turns around. He switches around to the right-handed position. When he did there in the first round, he got cracked. Salazar says that he eats and he bats left-handed, but he writes like a pen with his right hand.
In the corner and working away is Salazar, but there takes that hard left hand from Gatti. This is Gatti's 19th professional fight, and only the 8th time he has proceeded into the second round. And that's the first step for Richard Salazar. He gets beyond the first. Gatti has been beyond the 6th on only one occasion. Beyond the 3rd, only 3 times. And you can just see and almost feel that crunching power wrapped up in 129.5 pounds.
Yeah, heavy hitter. Strong punches.
He just turned 22 in April.
But, you know, for professional boxers, Al, it is said in the sport, fight does not start until after the 3rd round. If you get past those first 3 rounds, that is just what Richard Salazar is waiting for. Let's get into the 4th and see how it goes then. But, you know, one thing that you cannot do in any fight, I don't care who it is you're fighting, you can't go in there thinking you can't punch. Everybody can punch. And you have to realize that. Salazar said, I have a pretty good punch myself. Perhaps Arturo Gatti will run into my hand.
I have power, too.
Right.
Salazar has been down before, but he's only been stopped that one time. He's been down early in fights and then comes on stronger later. Taking some big shots, though, in the first couple of rounds.
Yeah. Well, Salazar was questioning the power of Gatti. He said in that fight with Talafiero, he didn't really KO Talafiero, 8-9-10 out on the canvas. The referee stopped it.
Well, perhaps that first round, it really wasn't a freeze-up. Just being overly cautious. And his design was to make it through the first 3 minutes where Gatti hard hit by Gatti. 20 seconds to go in round number 2. It's scheduled for 12.
It's thundering in the ring now. There is a abrasion underneath the left eye of Salazar. It's over right on the cheekbone.
He borrowed that from Eric Holland. Closing seconds of the second. Fights, and we're into the main event. USBA Junior Lightweight Champion Arturo Gatti in the white trunks. He likes the feel of that belt around his waist. And this is one of the good young fighters on the horizon. He wants to eventually strap on another belt, World Championship belt, making his first defense of this USBA title. And it has been all Gatti so far, although for Salazar just trying to fight the strategic fight taking Gatti into the later rounds and then coming on.
Yeah, great-looking young prospect. Look at his hands up around his face. Good defense while he is on the offense, moving forward. Good-looking young prospect.
Well, you go back to his first fight, which is back in 1988, first professional fight. Salazar climbed off the canvas to floor his opponent 3 times and went by a TKO in the second round. He was always in there mixing it up, making for exciting fights. And this fight is yet to take off to the next level.
He said that fight was a flash knockdown. Said he was too anxious, Salazar did. Wasn't anxious in this fight. Now we are made it now to the third round, loosening up a little bit more. Ricardo Richard Salazar.
Richard, don't call me Ricardo Salazar. He may record a knockout right here at ringside.
Stop punching, step back.
Ricardo. People call him Ricardo.
Has a tendency to be very tentative, getting his punches off, which certainly has been the case in the first few rounds.
Yeah, good power, but you're right. He's so deliberate with his shots that it forces him a bit. You know, one thing that worries me about Arturo Gatti, though, he is extremely tight. He's worried about keeping his hands up and about hitting hard. Those punchers that are real tight like that, a lot of times they cannot take a punch. In fact, Richard Salazar reminded me of that today when I spoke with him. Those fighters that are tight don't take that good of a punch. The real hard hitters can't really take it that well.
There's a slip by Gatti and Frank Abdicino. Should have wiped off the gloves. The lone defeat for Arturo Gatti came in just his 7th pro fight against the veteran King Solomon, and it happened right here at the Blue Horizon. 6th-round defeat. 7th fight of his career. Gatti stepping upstairs against a guy who really been around the block and was out decision in 6 rounds.
Yeah, but extremely close fight. He said, I did not fight my match that night. He said that he was hesitating. After this, he changed trainers. Arturo Gatti.
Since that time, he was 11-0 with 10 KOs. He is taken past the 3rd round. They chalked that one up for Richard Salazar. Gatti has appeared to have won the first 3 rounds. Salazar trying to get a little busier, but he's trying to get Gatti into his territory later in the fight. Salazar has gone 10 rounds on 4 occasions. Gatti never. Remember, this is scheduled for 12. Salazar saying Gatti has the weaknesses. He comes on strong in the first round, but keep in mind, outside of Talifero, the opponent level was never really that high, and there's a rocking shot, and now Gatti pouring it on. Gatti moving in, and backing up is Salazar. And right now, Sean O'Grady is in the corner of Salazar. What's going on there, champ?
David Balthazar, you have to be happy that Richard has gotten to the past that 3rd round. Are you?
Yeah, I am.
What's he doing now?
Okay, we expected him to get tired. You can see his punches slowing down. He's still got his speed and everything, still strength, you know. But Richard's going to have to start manhandling him now. He's going to have to put it. He's warming up. He's ready to go. I mean, he's ready to start throwing some punches. Yeah, this is start getting put him to do.
Earlier this round, David, he got rocked a little bit. Do you think is he getting hurt?
No, he's getting careless, a little careless up there, but we got to keep him focused a little bit more.
Are you going to try to change anything? Maybe go downstairs to the body more, up the head? What's the next few rounds going to hold?
Well, like I said, we want him where we want him, and now Richard's going to, as you see, he just threw a body shot right there. He's starting to move in a little bit more. As the round goes on, he'll get in closer.
So you're getting tired.
It seems like he is, but he's got the strength still.
Richard getting tired?
No?
All right, keep going. Thanks, David. Back to you, Al.
Well, Richard looks like he's getting a little more tired than Arturo Gatti, certainly taking the punishment over the first 4 rounds. But Salazar is in this one for the long haul. And Gatti doesn't really mind himself. Get some work in. A rare connection by Salazar.
last round, I talked about how Gatti was tight. Gatti was throwing every one of his punches hard. When you have a fighter who varies the intensity, it's easier to catch your opponent every shot he's looking for.
It's still bugging.
Okay, don't start getting late in front of the guy. You're going wide, you're going like
Don't go. Don't
come on, keep your punch tight. And don't swing. Come on, that's what it is. Okay? You okay? Okay, come on. Don't get lazy.
Well, tonight we'll find out a little more about Arturo Gatti as he has taken past the first round on this occasion. And we move now into round number 5. Guy posts so many first-round knockouts. Obviously, it is very impressive. But then, Sean, as you had mentioned earlier, there's still a lot of questions to be answered about Arturo Gatti.
Sure, and some of the questions obviously being answered here. Is he as strong this round as he was in those first 3? He's still pretty strong. But again, those fighters who fight with a tight style, real built up, every punch is tough, every punch is hard, try to knock your opponent out. Those fighters seem to burn themselves out in the first 3 rounds, although that wouldn't be the case here. A good combination from Gatti.
Well, big knockout artists have heard this before. Mike Tyson heard it before when he was putting guys away so early. They say, well, what happens when he goes the distance? He says, well, I don't have to go the distance.
But look at these combinations here. Gatti's still hitting, cracking good.
Trying to get some leverage on the uppercut. Looking for friends in the crowd as he holds off Salazar. Salazar has taken many, many shots already.
All right, great. Coach, step back. Come on.
Quite frankly, he may be the one who tires as this one goes later into the fight and not Gatti.
Oh, yeah, taking those shots takes all of the strength out of you. It makes you physically tired.
Gatti's last 2 fights in May and June were one-rounders. Back in January, his other fight in '94 was the longest he ever went, 8-round decision victory over Leon Bostic. He is again turning it around, in and out. Still looks very fresh.
Yeah, still looks crisp for those shots.
Sharp, accurate puncher. Growing up in the shadows of his older brother, Joe Gatti, 4 years older, junior middleweight contender.
He kind of had to be a sharp, accurate puncher. When you got your older brother sparring with you every day, you're going to get better.
For one team of misfits, just a bit outside, with 2 strikes against them, winning's going to take a major miracle. Major League on USA, Saturday night at 8.
Together, they face the mission of a lifetime.
I have the ball.
Stop the train.
Let's go.
Pierce Brosnan and Patrick Stewart in Alistair McLean's Death Train on USA. Thursday at 9.
Monday afternoon through Saturday morning on WHAT Radio, 1340 AM.
And a good head up, all right? 1, 2, 1, 2. Right down the middle, baby, okay?
You got him inside St. Paul.
Tired, baby, okay? Give me a good jab and a good left right hand, okay? Straight. Yeah, head up, okay? Attitude.
More Arturo Gatti. The heavy shots from him, the combinations from him, he still looks fresh. The questions that many people had are being answered. He still looks fresh. He still looks crisp after 3 rounds.
Gatti's from Montreal. Arturo now living in Jersey City. His fights have all come around this area. Philadelphia, New Jersey, New York. Picking up valuable fight experience. Growing up, said he liked to play some hockey. He was a center, left wing. After school, he would go and train. He and his brother would go and train. They boxed from about 4 to 6 p.m., came back home for dinner, then went out to the parks, out on the pond, played hockey till about midnight. And said he was not a fighter on the ice. He's actually a better soccer player. But the Gattis, who got to know the Hilton brothers very well, training quite a bit with them, Matthew and David. Matter of fact, David Hilton married the Gattis' older sister, Anne Marie. Family affair. And right now, Sean O'Grady is in the corner of Arturo Gatti. He's with Hector Roca. Champ?
Hector Roca. Yes,
He
sir.
still looks strong. Is he complaining about being tired?
No, he's not tired, but it's just a fight. I knock everybody out. I know he's fighting with that Mexican. He's a strong guy. So he has to fight with him combination and keep it in the fight. Don't look for the knockout. That's it. Try to work with him because he's a kid, knock everybody out. So it's very hard for him right now, but he has to get to the fight.
Yeah, but Hector, I do recognize a difference in the power of punches from the first 3 rounds. Do you think he's sluggish now?
He's not sluggish, no. I have to try to get it in the fight, you know, be more smart with this guy, because the guy is not too smart but strong.
Well, there he's scoring, but he hasn't grown comfortable, has he?
No, he's comfortable, but what happened is we got 11 fight knockouts in the first round. He's the champion. He never fights 8 rounds.
Yes, the action right there in the corner. Well, there's been 1 knockdown in this fight. I think we have Sean right there to get the exclusive. But the fight continues on. You see in the background the gentleman in the sunglasses and the vest. That is older brother Joe Gatti. There's that Martin Sheen look. 10 seconds to go in the 6th. We'll sort everything out in the corner. That champ just makes a mess of things, doesn't he? We'll pause now for a word from your local cable systems. Amazing things that happen when the champ goes in the corner. You see Tuesday Night Fight cameraman Dave Figuershoe trying to get the grip, and the first knockdown is recorded in the fight. Actually, what happened, there is Dave, but he is back in action. He takes off the punch, and to give you an idea of the inside of what happened, Sean O'Grady in the corner actually had called for a close-up shot. And Dave was trying to work his way into the corner. He'll just do anything for you.
If anybody will do that, I guarantee it's Dave. He gets over there. He gets out here and works. All of these people here. In fact, we've had another man that was hit in a corner here. I think it was Chevy was hit. Went off the back of a platform a few years back.
Well, Dave has come off the canvas. He's back in action and providing you this shot right now.
He was looking for the standing 8 count. Good combination. They are happy with Gatti's work, and they should be.
I just wonder if Dave wants to get the shot and come into his corner and crack him with the camera. Although that is against the Pennsylvania rules. Well, we have moved into the 7th round. Gatti's longest performance had been 8, but he's not appeared to be lifting. But Salazar, they said in Gatti's corner, strong kid taking all the shots, and this is about where we figure he may turn it up, either here or just after the 8th round. But I think Gatti has been out-punching Salazar about 20 to 1.
Yeah, Gatti said that he was in great shape for this fight. He was ready to go. And he is. This is his championship. I've seen so many people that win this USGA championship, and it turns their careers around. All of a sudden, they're at another level, and they start thinking, they start talking, they start acting like a champion. And the championship of the world is just 1 step away.
Well, that has happened to Arturo Gatti. Went in as a relative unknown, unranked in the championship fight. Now Salazar goes to 1 knee. And Cappuccino was shaking that one off. Says it was a slip.
Falls into that. He kind of fell into that left hook. Salazar did.
But Gatti comes out of that fight in June as the new USBA champion. All of a sudden, he vaults into the top 10, number 7 in the IBF. For that first round knockout victory over Talifero.
He said after I hit Talifero the first time, I knew he would go. And you know, when you get a sense of your opponent on the end of your fist, you can read him like a book. If you stand there and he takes that shot, you know all you have to do is just plant it on him again and he's going down. That's what he did with Pete Talifero.
Gatti feeling strong here in the 7th.
You sure? Okay, baby. You got to answer back, baby.
That's the corner of Salazar.
You're the golden softball.
Okay, great. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Can't take any more of this.
Trying to give Richard words of encouragement. He looks across the ring at Arturo Gatti. Gatti's been on him all night.
Can't take 2 more of this, says the corner of Salazar, and they have 5 rounds to go. And it has been all Arturo Gatti. Not getting that first round knockout, although he's not the kind of guy who really looks for that, but he's getting the workout.
Here, but I thought there'd be a letter or something telling me.
I don't suppose you even want to talk to me.
Something about a present.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry, Susie. I tried my best, but...
You couldn't get it because you're not Santa Claus, that's why. You're just a nice old man with whiskers, like my mother said. And I shouldn't have believed you.
I was wrong when I told you that, Susie. You must believe in Mr. Kringle and keep right on doing it.
The world picture.
One thing that I hope to see from him, and I've not seen it yet, is an explosion. A lot of fast, hard punches. That's the way to catch a fighter like Salazar. Salazar rolls around too much with a single shot. Surviving veteran.
But then when do you start asking the questions of Gatti? Not putting this guy down or out. He has been down before, although stopped with 1.
Although he was down the last round, Frank Cappuccino did not call that as a knockdown. A little off balance.
Among the first-round knockouts for Gatti, he has one in 19 seconds and another in 32 seconds. But with 11 first-round knockouts, you can imagine as he was just starting, he was up against, and again rocking, and Salazar showing you his staying power. Scheduled for 12 is the USBA title fight, junior lightweights. Gatti 129.5, Salazar 130. Now the fighter's noticeably slowing down. Oh! Right on cue, Gatti ripped off a combination.
The explosion that I was talking about. You change speed. You go along at one speed for a little while, you slow your opponent down, and then crack. 1-2 right behind another.
And Gatti looks like he wants to close it here.
Yeah.
Stalking his opponent.
And here you throw everything you have. Frank Cappuccino is close.
You cannot be saved by the bell in any round, according to USBA title rules. And here's Gatti clubbing overhand right, forcing Salazar back, and he wiggles away inside 15 seconds in the 8th.
Yeah, hard to hit because he's backing up. Salazar, one foot behind the other on his heels.
Right. And he will hold on to close out and survive the 8th round. So back in the corners they go. Let's listen
Richard. How you doing, Richard? You all right? Richard, you all right? Where are you? Blue Horizon.
Richard, heads up, my man, okay? You're fighting different, okay? Look, you're fighting with your heart. You're giving the spirit.
That's it. You've had it.
No.
Here's a look at the knockdown. Watch these punches. Left hand. Once again, his best punch, Arturo Gatti, loves that left hook, and there it is. There's why he loves it. Crack. Down goes Salazar. That jacked his jaw, too. I can see Salazar
Quick
opening and closing
combination,
his
and you
mouth.
got it.
Arturo Gatti's fired up.
You drop.
Well, Frank
You drop the
Cappuccino
guy with
playing
the quick
the
combination. Don't go west.
devil's advocate going into Richard Salazar's corner, saying, that's all right, you've had it, huh? No. I guess Salazar said the right thing. And for the first time we see Gatti past the 8th round. It looks like those 20.
Well, it's good to know that Salazar knew where he was. He looked up and said, I'm at the Blue Horizon. No doubt about that. Good left hook again.
Well, he may be blue and they may be knocked over the horizon. However this one goes. I think his trainer had a cue card that said, I'm at the Blue Horizon. In moments like this.
Oh, you get some strange answers, too, when you ask the fighter what town you're in. Some of them Cincinnati, some of them in Toledo, some of them Fort Worth. That will be next week.
Well, that'll be the right answer next week.
And I've seen some referees that hear the town that's not even close to where they are. The referees say, that's close enough. Get back in there and fight.
I think that's the 500-mile radius rule.
That is in effect.
Can he have a little bit of a swelling under his left, actually, in the left cheekbone? Possibly.
Oh, I don't know. He is.
I don't know where he got it from. Now he is swarming.
See Salazar opening his mouth and closing it. His jaw is jagged. When you get hit with your mouth open, your jaw gets cranked a little bit. It just gets cracked. And when that happens, it's uncomfortable. It hurts your ears. You can't hear correctly.
Salazar had won 11 of his first 13 fights. He slumped. He lost 3 in a row, said he was having kind of family problems. But since that time, he's come back with 2 straight knockouts coming into this fight, and he knows this is his golden opportunity out of Corpus Christi, Texas.
Too. Remember the last fight? We saw that from Eric Holland. Arturo Gatti's trying to put on Salazar now.
Arturo Gatti growing up in Montreal with his brother Joe, but he decided to turn pro and to advance his boxing career as quickly as possible. Moved to Jersey City, and that's where he has been fighting. All his professional fights have come in the U.S.
And he was a dedicated hockey player until the age of 14. He was a center. And he decided to concentrate on boxing. And ever since then, it's been boxing all the way.
Now he's becoming the center of attention right now here at the Blue Horizon.
Worried you might have termites?
That may have been the toughest punch Gatti took all night.
Well, Hector Roca wants him to throw a round hook. What he means by that is come around to the outside with the hook. That is the same punch. Put Salazar down earlier in this fight.
And that was in the 8th round. We'll move on to the 10th. And Salazar has to open up in the last 3 rounds. Way behind in this fight. Now, it certainly appears that Gatti is pitching the shutout, although during the strike, are we allowed to use baseball terms?
They're on strike also.
No, we can't use it. So he's probably won every round.
Didn't have enough of the boxers went on strike. These two are striking each other in the ring.
Well, you know what? We got to unionize first. I don't see it today.
Unionize?
Yes.
Is that a word?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Webster.
Former union. Sporting experience,
Here it is. Every week it's this way, though. It is an education experience. I don't know if it's the right education experience.
Well, right now, Gatti is taking Salazar to school. This is where Salazar wanted Gatti, but
yeah, Salazar's gone into a shell. Look, he's stopped on the punches.
Like Gatti.
He gets hit now with no retaliation. Arturo Gatti can end this fight now. He's got to step it up. There are a lot of punches. Salazar's ready to go.
Salazar standing right in front.
He's tough. Not throwing a punch about a minute and a half now.
And going down to one knee.
Down from a body blow.
Yep. There's no standing 8 count, and the towel now coming in from the corner of Salazar. Frank Cappuccino has not picked it up. Now he is coming into the corner and waves it off.
Yeah. Good call by the corner. It was time. Salazar had not thrown a punch. That round, he spent his gas.
So he goes 10 rounds, or into the 10th. For the first time, Arturo Gatti gets a kiss from brother Joe. And it appeared at one time that Joe might be the first world champion in this family, but now it is Arturo making gains leaps and bounds. In the top 10, defends his USBA title for the first time, although for Salazar, takes Gatti longer than anybody has before. But here in the 10th, just too much.
Arturo Gatti kept the pressure on throughout the fight, wore out Richard Salazar, and then went downstairs to the body, hit him right on that liver. Salazar took a step over and then said, see ya, down to the canvas. Tough, grueling fight. Downstairs, you could hit Salazar, a fighter like Salazar, all day in the head, and he'd be able to roll with the punches. He's tough, he's durable, but downstairs to the body, he went downstairs to the canvas.
21st fight for Salazar, only the second time he has been stopped in his career. And now let's get the official time into the ring. Here's Ed Darian.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Frank Cappuccino stops this bout at 2 minutes and 29 seconds of the 10th round, and a winner by a TKO, and still the USBA Junior Lightweight Champion, Arturo Gatti.
And he'll be able to sleep with that belt at his side for a little bit longer. Arturo Gatti goes to 18-1 as he records his 16th knockout and his first defense of the USBA title.
For those of you who couldn't be
coming, the pace had slowed down in the 8th round, and then all of a sudden, like a buzzsaw, upstairs, the combinations by Gatti. It was that crunching left that finally put Salazar down in the 8th round, checking out the jaw to see if it was still in place, and that is the Budweiser power punch of the night. Compliments Arturo Gatti. Next on our Grady, this is Al Albert. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week on USA's